Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm super glad you have joined us because today we're going to be talking about what options we chose when we ordered our 2020 Leisure Travel Vans Unity FX and the options we chose not to get. And so let's jump right in by talking about our Leisure Travel Van. So we opted to get the denim exterior, which is absolutely gorgeous, and we live in Dallas, and so it's silver and blue, so I mean that's kind of a no-brainer right there, right? And the blue is absolutely gorgeous, especially when the sun hits it. I mean, in my opinion, it is by far the best paint scheme. We also got the espresso interior. Now it's really dark, and so we added to that the glamour package, the white glamour package, and the fog upholstery. Now then, the fog upholstery, people, I have to tell you, this is white ultra leather. It looks a little darker, a little gray on the website. It is not gray at all. This is white. So is it easy to keep clean? So far, so good. We've got two pups. And of course, when you're out camping, they're outside. They're going to bring in dirt. They're going to bring in mud. And so far, it's cleaned up really, really well. I really like this ultra leather. It's a fantastic product. So don't be afraid to get the fog interior, even though it is white. But I do believe if you get the espresso cabinets, you do want the glamour package, which is an extra cost, and then the fog. It really is a good contrast. It lightens up the entire thing. The one thing about the Unity that I wish they would do is bring in the wood that they have in the Wonders. The wood in the Wonders is a modern, light-colored wood. It's absolutely beautiful. I feel like the wood they have for the Unity is dated a bit. So there is a cherry, which is way too orange for me. There is their light wood, which is a little too yellow for me. And then, of course, they have the espresso, and it's really dark. So you're going to want to lighten that up with the glamour package, with the white glamour package, as well as the fog upholstery, and I think you're going to be fine. But boy, I wish they would bring in the wood they have in the Wonders, because those are absolutely gorgeous. They're light colored, plus they're very modern looking. Okay, so let's jump into the options. I actually had a really, really good consultant. I had Don Klassen from Leisure Travel Vans. He was able to kind of go through these options with me and tell me, yeah, you're really going to want that, or, you know, this is going to be up to you. It's not necessary, and that's going to be just basically your choice. So the first up option that you can get is the aluminum wheels. Are you going to want to pay $2,800 for a wheel upgrade? We did do that. I personally believe it's worth it for a couple of reasons. One, it's going to be a little bit lighter, and anywhere you can save weight in a leisure travel van, it's going to be a win. So it's going to be a little bit lighter. It obviously is going to look better. It's going to be less corrosive. So overall, I think it's just a better product. $2,800 is expensive though, and so that is really going to be your choice. Do you want to spend that? But I think it's going to be better for resale value for sure as well. And so we opted to go with the aluminum wheels. Okay, the next option that you can choose is one that we did not get, but I wished we would have, and that is the rear ladder. The reason I chose not to go with the rear ladder is because, one, you're not going to get up on your roof all the time, and having a ladder, especially one of those telescoping ones you get on Amazon, it's pretty simple, pretty small to carry around with you if you needed to get up there. Plus, you can actually pop your head up and clean off solar panels and all kinds of things in the skylight that is in the middle of your leisure travel van, right? It's not optimal, but it is a way that you can do it. And so the reason that I did not get it is I really, really like the look without the ladder. Now, some people are going to like the look with the ladder, and then of course you get it. It's only like $338. So get it. We chose not to. I really like the look of it without the ladder. However, the reason I wished we would have gotten it is because, and this was hindsight's 2020, my wife and I are into fitness. We love working out, even when we're on the road. And so the back ladder would have been a perfect place to hook up our TRX system or our bands for a good workout. Man, I totally whiffed on this. Wish I would have done it. You can actually have one installed. I may do it. They do put the backing in there so that you can attach a ladder at a later time. I'm sure it's going to be way more expensive than the $338 I could have got it from the factory, but that's something I whiffed on. All right, next, the fan upgrade. Okay, I was advised not to get the fan upgrade because what it does, it puts a 12-inch fan with a rain sensor in your bathroom, as well as put the rain sensor on the on the included 12-inch fan in the midship with a rain sensor. In the bathroom, I have heard that when you're taking a shower and you have all that steam, and of course you're going to want to have your fan on to get all of that steam and that humidity out of your coach, that it actually triggers the rain sensor and it shuts off the fan. Obviously not a good thing. These fans they put in, they are trash. I mean, even upgraded, non-upgraded, they are trash. And so we are going to actually trade ours out anyway to get a Macerator fan, the one with a permanent rain cover on it that doesn't require a sensor, plus they have a remote control. You can turn them on without getting up. The reason they're trash, I mean, they work, they spin, and they move air, but the problem is the controls that you have a twisty thing that you use to open, which triggers the fan to come on. It's already stripped. And I mean, this thing is terrible. I have to get a screwdriver if I want to open or close the fan. Garbage. Leisure Travel Vans. Change this, please. It's a terrible fan solution. So we're going to upgrade to a Macerator fan. I think they're $300 or $400 aftermarket, and then probably who knows what it is to get it installed to make sure that it's properly installed so the roof doesn't leak. Okay, next, solar panels. Of course, we wanted solar panels, so you got a choice of 200 watts of solar or 400 watts of solar. We went ahead and went with the 400 watts of solar. There's a little bit of controversy on the solar panels that Leisure Travel Vans uses. It is a adhesive, a glued-on solar panel, so no air can get under it. Positives of that, you're not going to have any whistling or any, added, aerodynamic problems or anything like that. Now, but the problem I have heard is it causes them to overheat sometimes, and I've seen pictures and videos of the control units and different things actually catching on fire and melting. So yeah, you're going to want to pop your head through that little skylight and check it out, which you can. So you can pop your head out of that skylight and the solars are right there so that you can see that. But we wanted 400 watts of solar because we are not going to be plugged in all the time. We're not plugged in all the time. And I want to make sure that my batteries are constantly topped off with that free power, even though it's not free because the solar panels are, for 400 watts, it's $2,900, and for 200 watts, it's $1,476. Pretty expensive. But what the heck, we did it, and my batteries are always topped off. That's great, and so I'm glad we got the solar. Okay, the next option actually was not an option whenever we ordered ours. Ours is a 2020. But for 2021, Leisure Travel Van now offers a lithium battery upgrade. I definitely would have done this. And eventually we are going to upgrade our AGM batteries that are in the coach. We're going to upgrade those to some Battleborns. And the batteries that Leisure Travel Van uses are Dragonflies, which is basically the parent company to Battleborn. So it's basically Battleborn batteries, some of the best in the biz. So if I could have had them installed by the factory, that would be much better than whatever I'm going to have to do to get them installed. I'm not an electrical engineer, so I'm definitely not going to do it myself. I don't want to mess this up. So I'm sure I'll spend a lot more than the, $3,770 in order to get my Battleborns in there with the upgraded solar charger, the upgraded inverter, which I think I would probably put in a 3,000 watt inverter. It comes with the 2,000 watt standard. But yeah, I'm going to upgrade all of this. So would have rather had it done at the factory. So had it been available, I definitely would have done that. Okay, next, generator. Well, this is a big question. What do you want to do with a generator? I was advised to get a diesel generator because I live in Texas. We're in Dallas. It gets really, really hot here. And so if you're not plugged in and got the air conditioner running, I mean, you can't even stand to be in that thing if you're not driving or anything. And so we travel with pets, and so a generator was 100% necessary so that we can cool that coach down quickly. So do you want diesel or do you want propane? Now this is where I'm going to ask, if you're watching and you own a Leisure Travel Van, put in the comments below what you own and what you like about it and what you don't as far as the generator goes. So we went with a diesel version. The diesel version is $8,000. The propane version is $4,400. Diesel's almost double. That's crazy, and it has less features because the propane actually has a auto gen start feature, which the diesel does not. Why? No clue. But we went with the diesel just because fuel is much more readily available. Um, like I said, if you're on a Sunday and you're somewhere out in the boondocks and all of a sudden you run out of propane, you're not going to be able to run that generator. And is there going to be a place open that can fill your propane tank up that's close by? Who knows? Can you find diesel? Yeah, it's on every street corner, right? So we opted for the diesel generator because we live in Texas. If you're up north or something, you'd probably be fine. Now, as far as auto gen start goes, the reason because I really wanted that because we travel with pets. If we're gone from the coach, you said it, if it gets a certain temperature, the generator will kick on, the air conditioner kicks on. Well, the question was brought up, well, what happens if the generator has a vapor lock? I guess it could happen, something would happen, and you have this false sense of security that your pets are okay when they're really not. And so I definitely don't want to do that. So make sure that if you get the auto gen start, that you don't get too comfortable leaving your pets in there. Okay, so if you have this option, put in the comments down below if it works for you or if it doesn't. Okay, next, exterior table. When I saw this on the website and the videos, Dean's videos, I thought, yeah, that's a great thing. I'm definitely going to get that. Well, when I saw it in person, we changed our mind. We did not get this option. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier, a little bit heavier than what I thought it was going to be. We have an FX, probably the least amount of exterior storage in the Unity line, and so I just didn't want to try to store that thing. Plus, getting it out, it's and it attaches on the actual coach itself, and so is there an opportunity you could hit it, scrape the paint? So there were several reasons I chose not to get it. What we do instead, we jumped over on Amazon, and for $60, there's a really nice Coleman roll-up table that works absolutely just perfect, fits our Blackstone. And so we really didn't need to do it. It's $468. So instead, we saved the $400, paid $60, and got the Coleman table. All right, next, one of my favorite options that we got, and I think it's a no-brainer, and I would say definitely get it, and that is the 4-point leveling jacks, the equalizer system. Okay, it is $2,678, but well worth every penny. So if you get to a campground late and it's already dark and you go and try to level, and man, just think about that fiasco. I just hit a button, they come down, it auto levels, and plus, once those leveling jacks are down, you are on solid foundation. You can jump up and down and that coach doesn't even budge. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend. Now, I also highly recommend getting snap pads for this, and I made a video about ours and how to install them, and you can click on the link right there to take you to that video. But definitely check that out. So if you get the leveling jacks, definitely get the snap pads to go along with it. You're going to absolutely love it. Highly recommend. Okay, next, key fob, $371 just to be able to hit a button to unlock your doors. Now, I'm not really sure if this, I'm almost certain that you would be able to unlock your chassis doors, the doors to get into the driver and passenger seat of the Mercedes. But this $371 key fob, I think, is an option that you can press the button and it unlocks your house door, which I did, spent $371. I think my coach, once it was spec'd out, MSRP, I didn't pay it, but MSRP was around $166,000. So for $371 to be able to unlock my doors without putting a key in, what the heck, that's a drop in the bucket. So yeah, we got the key fob. Okay, the next is one of the most controversial and what I think every person shopping leisure travel vans, biggest question is, do I get the Macerator? We did not. Now then, if you got the Macerator and you love it, put the comments down below to help somebody watching this why they should get it. I'm going to tell you why we didn't get it. One, it was another thing that could possibly break, and it was a subject matter that if it breaks, I didn't want to deal with. So I do understand that if it does break, you can revert to gravity. So I just chose, we just hook up a sewer hose and let gravity do its thing to drain the black tank. So also, what I've seen some stories or read some stories about people who forgot to take the cap off of their macerator and they turn the pump on. And then if you've ever seen the Robin Williams movie about him traveling in an RV, when his black tank explodes, that's what that would be like. So I didn't want to deal with it. I just let gravity. I saved myself $832. Now you can go back later and have this installed, but you know, it's going to be up to you. We chose not to do it. Okay, since we have an FX, we have a rear lounge, a rear sofa, and you have the option to add ultra leather to that. Standard, it is fabric, but like I said, we have the dogs, and we wanted to make sure that we had a durable, easy to clean surface on the seating areas, and so we did choose for the ultra leather. I believe it's about an $850 upgrade, and so far it's super easy to clean, so yeah, I'm glad we got it. The next one is we did get it, and it's the thing I wish we did not get, and that is the removable table that is up front. So the FX actually has two tables included. So it has the table that comes down in the front lounge, and then in the rear lounge they actually have a table slash ottoman that pulls out, and it is also a table. And so I opted to get the little table, and it is $371. But the reason I wish I wouldn't have is because in order to have it, they install a foundation for it. It's a little hump that is right in the middle of your coach, coming out of the chassis into the house. And so, I mean, it's there, you know, but I don't ever think we're going to use this table. I mean, once we got it, and you know, I just don't ever see us using it, and I would much rather not have that little base that's there to fit the pedestal in for that table. So I wish we wouldn't have got it. All right, next, the safe. Yeah, we got the safe. It's $400. I think the safe is a good option because when you're traveling, if you have some cash or you have some jewelry or something like that, you're going to be able to put that in there and not worry about it, because at the end of the day, you're in a vehicle, vehicles get broken into, right? And so it's not giant, and a laptop wouldn't fit in there or anything, but jewelry, cash, even a firearm would fit in there. So we're in Texas, and people, travel with firearms. And so this is a good place to store that. So the safe it's like a hotel safe. It has a combination. So we got it, $400. I would recommend that. All right, next, that we did not opt for the satellite dish for a couple of reasons. One, we don't really watch live TV, and when we do, it's generally a football game or something like that you can actually get through the over-the-air antenna, which the Winegard HD boosted antenna is actually really good. I've not been in a place yet that I couldn't get local channels, ABC, NBC, CBS, so that you can watch those sports. We actually have an Apple TV, so we watch Netflix or whatever we want to watch online, and we always generally have connectivity, whether it be through Wi-Fi or through a hotspot or our phone or whatever it may be. So we don't really have the need for the satellite dish, and it's $1,800. The downside to the satellite dish is it's permanently installed on your roof. So if you're in a bunch of trees, if you're in a campground that is well treed, you are not going to get a signal, and it's going to become just a brick up there. So what I would suggest instead, if satellite TV is important to you, is to get a portable unit that you can move around. You can move it away from your rig and just use a coaxial cable. There is a plug right in the wet bay area of your rig that says satellite. You just plug that right in there, and then you're going to have satellite TV where you can actually move that dish around and actually get a line of sight to a satellite. So I would not suggest paying the $1,800 for a stationary satellite dish. Rather spend $400 on the portable one and have a much better experience as far as having line of sight to those satellites. Okay, so that wraps that up. If you agree with me, or if you disagree with me, or if you've got some more input to give, please put the comments down below, and make sure if you're watching this and you're shopping for a leisure travel van, go down and read those comments. Because my opinion is my opinion, and you're going to have other opinions as well. Somebody's going to tell you why having a Macerator is the perfect thing, or why you should not get the ultra leather in the back lounge, or whatever it may be. Just get a different opinion. And like I said, make sure you put those comments in if you have a leisure travel van, so that you can help the community make their decision when they're ordering. Now then, be sure to like and subscribe. We are going to be doing more videos about our leisure travel van and all sorts of different things, and we want to make sure that our experience is able to help somebody else whenever they're either shopping or trying to figure out which rig they're going to get. We absolutely love our leisure travel van, highly recommend them. We love the FX floor plan. We love everything about ours. And so definitely subscribe, and so that you can watch more videos about leisure travel vans and RVing in general. Who knows? I'll come up with more stuff. So anyway, I'll see you next time.